So the market is trading at an important high volume node right now at 2731.5. And these larger time frame high volume nodes can quite often serve as launching points of directional movement. So if we look at the last couple of days on like a 30-minute chart, we can see that the market's been consolidating. There's been range and volatility contraction, which usually precedes larger directional moves. So that's something that's indicating that a move is in the works. And then we have this big HVN and kind of a confluence of just a lot of volume at 2731.5, and we know that those big HVNs can quite often become launching points for directional moves. So it's an idea that we should be aware of, and we should be on the lookout for some directional movement over the next couple of days. Now, if that directional movement happens to the upside and we get a breakout above this recent range, then even looking at just the 2 days of balancing, we can see that the 100% range extension takes us up into the 27.52-53 area. I think there's a resistance zone at 52 to 54, so then that would be in play. And if we start breaking down below 27.22, essentially below the low of day from yesterday and today, then the 100% extension takes us down to the 2708, and that's just one measure. It doesn't have to stop at 2708. We're probably, if we get a breakdown here, the first area of support is going to be around this 15 to 17. Maybe there's a reaction there, but if there's a lot of momentum and the market's kind of in launch mode or directional mode, then we don't necessarily have to stop here, and the market could make its way down into the 2704, 2705 area. That's the HVN of this little balance. Again, not a significant level, but something to be mindful of. And then the better area of support would be the bottom of this 2 to 3 days of balancing around, I think it's like 93 to like 97, 98, let's say, right? So kind of this area then would come into play. So right now the question is, short term at least, is the market going to balance at higher prices, hold above the 3150 HVN, and then launch to the upside for a move into 52, 54, probably eventually higher? Or is it going to put in a failure and a short-term balance breakdown and then launch to the downside for a move into 2704, 2705, and 2690 to like 2700, right? So then this kind of whole area can come into play, and then that would be a spot where, at least on the day time frame, we would expect buyers to be active for a better response, simply because the market's going to be exhausted into it. So that's the current view, and we'll just be on the lookout for some signs of directionality.